Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com, and thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to be sharing another Stampin' Up! Tutorial with you guys. And today's project features the Banners for You stamp set. This is a really great set, and it's got so many different sentiment choices, and then you've got all of these fun little banners that you can use to place your sentiments and create so many different designs and looks. So here's the card today that I'm going to show you how to create, and this is the card that I designed to send out to all of my new Stampin' Up! Team members that joined my team of QuitaBug Stampers this month, January. I will also be sending out the same card to anyone who joins my team next month for the month of February. I just thought this was such a fun card, and I loved the Welcome Fabulous Friend sentiment. I just thought it was absolutely perfect. So if you saw my video from earlier this week, I also shared with you this card, which is my January team make and take. So for anyone who is on my Stampin' Up! Team of QuitaBug Stampers, I do send out a monthly team make and take. So if you're part of my team, that's something you would get to participate in. It's really fun, and it just gives us the opportunity to stamp together virtually. And it's just a little something special that I like to offer to my teammate, just a little something from me to them. Also, right now during Sale-A-Bration is the perfect time to join my team. So if you've been thinking about joining Stampin' Up!, this is the time. Right now during Sale-A-Bration, you get your choice of $125 worth of product for only $99. Plus you get to choose 2 additional free stamp sets, which adds an added value of up to $104 to your starter kit. And the cool thing about your starter kit, you guys, is you get to choose what goes in your kit anyways. It's not pre-chosen for you. So you get to go through all of our product that we currently have available, and you can choose whatever you want to go inside of that kit. So I'll have more details about joining my team over on today's coordinating blog post. It's linked just below the video, and you can always send me an email at QuitaBugHandmaids@gmail.com, and I would love to answer any of your questions. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how to make this super fun card. So we're actually going to start by inking up this black and white designer series paper, and this designer series paper is actually one of our Sale-A-Bration items. Let me find it here. So it's on page 11, and it's called Inside the Lines Designer Series Paper. And this paper is designed for you to color it. So you can sponge it, you can watercolor it, you can color with markers, color with your colored pencils. You can do so much with this paper. Just add color in so many different ways. It's pretty cool. So today we are going to add color by inking. So I've just got some scratch paper here, and let's see, I think I want it like this. And I'm going to bring in my Melon Mambo ink, and I've got one of our Stampin' sponges, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little ink. I just dabbed it once. I'm going to dab most of that off, and then I'm just going to come in and slowly add that color. Just like that. I want it to come in pretty light. I don't want it to be too thick. There we go. And I'm just kind of swirling it on. Okay, so I think that actually looks pretty good, and I'm not going to worry about the center because that's going to be covered up. So I think I like how that looks. So we're going to go with that, and I'm going to go ahead and leave my Melon Mambo ink out because we're going to need it again. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Up! Piercing mat and a scratch piece of Whisper White. And I found that the piercing mat gave a good cushion when stamping this banner image. It just seemed to stamp better when I had the cushion behind it. So I'm going to stamp that in my basic black archival ink. So I'm just going to take that out. Okay. And so I'm just going to ink this up really, really well. So I'm gonna twist and then tap, and that usually gets good coverage. All right, so I'm just gonna place this down in the center and press and hold, and I just wanna give the ink a chance to absorb really, really well. Okay, so now the moment of truth. Let's see if I got it inked well enough. I hope so. Not so good. You can see here I just didn't ink this middle part so well, so I'm going to try that one more time. All right, and hopefully second time's the charm. Let's see. Let's just lift this up. Perfect. Yes. Okie dokie. So I can put my basic black away. We are done with that. So now what I want to do is I'm going to stamp the welcome in Melon Mambo right here on top. Okay, and then the fabulous friend right here on bottom. There we go. Love it. So cute. All right, so while this dries, I'm gonna set that to the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my envelope. This is one of our medium Whisper White envelopes, and I want to add some decoration. So I'm gonna bring back my Melon Mambo, and I'm gonna bring in some Smoky Slate, and I am going to stamp the little leaf image from the stamp set, Banners for You, and I'm just gonna stamp one going up like that. And then I'm going to stamp again, sort of at an angle like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to stamp the little flower in Melon Mambo, just right here at the top of those leaves. Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp one more right here. Perfect. Love it. I love a decorated envelope. All right, so I've got my Big Shot here, and we're going to use the bunch of banners framelits that coordinate with the Banners for You stamp set, and we're going to go ahead and die cut our banner that we stamped. So I'm just going to bring in my magnetic platform. Love this thing. Got my magnetic platform. I've got one cutting pad here. I'm going to go ahead and lay down my stamped image here, and I'm just going to line up my die or my framelit on top of my stamped image. This is when the magnetic platform is so helpful. Okay, I think I've got that lined up how I want it. I'm going to put another cutting pad right on top, and I'm just going to run this through the Big Shot. All right, so now we can start assembling our card. So I've got a piece of basic black cardstock here, and this is cut at 3 3¾ by 5 inches, and then this piece is cut 1/8 of an inch shorter on all 4 sides, and I'll have the exact measurements of this piece over on today's coordinating blog post, which I've linked just below this video, so don't worry, it's all over there. And I'm just going to adhere this down using some fast fuse. Let's see, I want this up here. So now I'm going to add some of our solid basic black baker's twine. So I'm just going to flip this over, put a little bit of fast fuse on the back, and then I'm just going to take my baker's twine and just stick that right in the adhesive, and I'm just going to go around a few times here. Okay, and then, whoops, I'll just snip that off. There we go. Okay, so now I've got something that looks like this, and you can kind of adjust these ends how you'd like them. I think that looks okay. So now I'm just going to flip this over and add some dimensionals on the back. All right, so now I'm just gonna bring in my card base. This is a piece of smoky slate cardstock, and I've cut this at 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4, so it just makes a standard, where's my bone folder? A standard size card. Okay, just give that a nice crease. Alrighty, so I've got my dimensionals on the back of this layer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add this onto the front of my card in the center. Okay, just like that. Perfect. So now I've got one of our metallic foil doilies in silver, and I've just punched out a 2-inch whisper white circle, and I'm just going to add this circle to the back of my doily because I want this to kind of be reinforced. So just adding this little circle will just help my doily be a little bit stronger as a layer. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to flip it over and then add some adhesive to my fabulous friend. And let's see, I'll just add this on like this. Yep, just like that. Okay, and then before I add it to my card, I'm going to flip it over and add some more dimensionals. I'm just going to put 2 on the top because I don't want it to get in the way of my baker's twine, and 2 on the bottom. Okay, we'll just pop that in the center. I think right there looks good. There we go. This is so cute. I love this card. Okay, and the last step to finish off this card is I want to add a little bit of extra bling. So I've got some of our rhinestones and my paper piercer and my fine tip glue. These do already have adhesive on the back, but I always like to add a little extra glue just for my own peace of mind that when I mail things, the rhinestones stay on there. So let me just add this on. So these cards are going to go in the welcome package that I send to my new team members. I'm so excited for them to get their welcome packages from me. Okay, and that finishes up this card. I love it. I'm just gonna bring in my matching envelope. Okay, and there it is. I love this card. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. I had so much fun designing this card for my new team members. So again, if you have any questions about becoming a Quita Bug stamper, feel free to leave a comment below on this video or email me at quitabughandmaids@gmail.com. And I will have all of the supplies and measurements for today's project over on my coordinating blog post, and you can order any of these supplies today. So thanks again for joining me, you guys, and I will see you again very soon. Bye now.